Alright, so somebody requested me to make this video in my Telegram group, and I honestly thought it was a great idea. So I'm making a video on how to build and scale an IPGA or an agency in general while being a passing student. Let's get into it. So, first of all, we have school and we have your IPGA, right? I'm going to give you kind of a little schedule for what you should be doing before school and a little schedule for what you should be doing after school, right? So that kind of will cover school because obviously there's not a whole lot of things you can do within school, but and then some things that you need to focus on for your IPGA is setting goals and having a checklist. Having a scattered mind and trying to be a good student and build a business is impossible. You can't do that. You need to be focused, you need to have a steady mind, you need to have goals, and you need to, I would suggest having a checklist so you stay organized and know what you need to do, because one part that can really be difficult while trying to build a business and going to school is your brain just has too many things going on, and so you get lost in your thought process and your focus, and so you have no idea what to do for your IPGA, and so you're just wasting time. So I would suggest setting goals and having a checklist and figure out what the things that you think you need to do are, and yeah, and you'll end up with money and passing. And this right here is the ultimate goal. This right here is the ultimate goal. We want to get money and pass at the same time. That's kind of the goal, right? So let's get into a few more things that could help. So over here we have before school, right? Before school, I don't know when you guys have to wake up, so I'm not gonna say like 5 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever, something like that. I'm gonna say I would wake up around an hour and a half before you have to leave your house, not like before. So if before the bus comes or before you leave with your parents or you leave yourself, like you drive away or whatever, I would suggest waking up an hour and a half before you have to leave your house, right? First thing you're going to do is make your bed, wake up, make your bed. The second thing you're going to do is meditate for around 20 minutes, okay? And meditating in the morning and for a good amount of time, like 20 minutes, is so powerful, and I guarantee you that it'll improve your focus for the rest of the day and your month and your year, and just continuously get better, right? Another thing that I would say is write 10 goals. This goes back to the goals, right? Set goals. So you need to write down 10 goals. That could be, stop walking funny, or that could be make 10K a month, that could be get this girl, or that could be, stop smoking weed. It doesn't matter. The point is write down 10 goals to help you see a clear vision of what you want and the direction you're trying to go in, right? Religion, optional. Personally, I'm Christian, so after I would get done writing my 10 goals, I would do a devotional or read my Bible. I'm not pressuring anyone, just religion, optional, whatever. If you're not religious, I don't know, fill this in with something you feel that fits in that sacred space. Um, this over here would probably take about 30 to 40 minutes, and like me, I usually feed my dogs in the morning and stuff, so this might take a little longer. I might add a few things, get my lunchbox ready, stuff like that. So this might take a little bit. I would suggest this take about an hour or whatever. Maybe add a few things to your personal liking or things that you have to do in the morning for yourself, and then I would suggest start getting ready, right? That's an obvious, but some musts, right? I'm assuming that a lot of you are men. Please, for the love of everything, smell good, look clean, and look organized. Please, and it's not weird to smell good, look good, and it's not weird to smell good and look clean, okay? And look organized, it's hard to look organized, and sometimes it's impossible. You just are scattered, and that's just how it is, and there's nothing really wrong with that. But at least smell good and look clean. There's nothing weird or wrong with smelling good and looking clean like a man, okay? So just please help us. Help us all and smell good, okay? Wear some deodorant, right? Now, This is going to be after school, right? So these are the things I would suggest to do after school, okay? I would give between whenever you get home, because I know some people ride the bus, some people don't even get home, till 5 till 6 or whenever, but I would suggest taking about 30 minutes in between from when you get home from school to before you do like any work or even think about getting on your computer. I would give about 30 minutes of time in between. And the reason for that is because it's scientifically proven that when you give yourself breaks in between transition, like big transitions like that, like when you wake up, you go to school, and then when you get back from, or when school's over, you go home and stuff like that. So if you give your time in between those big transitions, then your focus and how you perform into those big things will be better, right? I would suggest eating some food, doing your chores, etc. Doing the kind of essential things that you need to do when you get home, to be able to kind of dispatch and get some work done, right? That way you don't have any worries. And I know it's, some people might have siblings, parents. There's exceptions. I mean, just do your best, okay? Right. The first thing I'd prioritize is probably meetings. Second one I would prioritize is DM replies, okay? Because these two things are completely prioritizing the people that are already interested in you and are already looking for your services. So these are the top two people that you need to prioritize, and the rest can kind of be in any order that you want. But I'm still gonna go over it. Content, cold outreach. I spell outreach wrong. Wow, that's embarrassing. Outreach, record, anything else, and management. Make sure that your VAs are doing good. Make sure that your editors getting stuff done on time. Stuff like that. I would say, okay, so now I would say, it's 6, you ate some food, you got some work done, you got some meetings done, chores, whatever. Now, before you go to bed, I would suggest getting off around 30 minutes before. Okay? I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go into a little explanation kind of why, right? So, um get exactly around like I would say get exactly about 9 hours of sleep. And I know that that's really specific and a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." But you don't need much more than 9, but you don't need less and you don't really need much more. You can get more, but you don't really need it, and you definitely cannot get less. Um I would suggest getting 9, because if you don't know what a sleep rhythm is every, like, I think it's 3 hours, or it's either 3 hours or 90 minutes, something like that. But if you wake up within your with or in the middle of an important rhythm, then it can really mess up your sleep, and you'll be groggy and tired, and it'll affect your focus and things like that. But 9 hours is kind of like a safe place, because no matter if you go to bed and you wake up 9 hours later, then you're most likely not waking up in a bad cycle. It's just kind of hard to do that, right? So I know that it can be hard to sleep, right? So I wanted to go over some tips for sleeping and getting better quality sleep and as a whole. So get off your computer 30 minutes before, right? I'm sure most of you know this, but the blue light and the screens and stuff, it's bad for your eyes, it's bad for your brain before bed. It's not good for you, stuff like that. So 30 minutes is a safe time to get off your computer, kind of wind down time, maybe do some reading, some stuff, something like that, right? Here's what I was gonna say is baths, showers, meditate, read, write, stuff like that, like calming and some woosah things, what I mean? Like, just chill out a little bit, get ready for bed, stuff like that. If Get it as dark as you can. Get your room or wherever you sleep as dark as possible. Now, I know that this one can be hard for some people, but get wherever you're sleeping as dark as possible. It's a brain thing. You will get higher quality sleep, right? And silence. I mean, I'm not really one of those people that like has like 4 box fans in their room on top of their other fan, and they have cricket noises in the back or in the background. and an Ocean CD player. Like, I'm not that guy at all. Like, I like it silent, and I like it like that for a reason. And the reason for that is because your brain will get overstimulated, and it'll be either hard for you to fall asleep, or you'll be listening to those things while you're falling asleep, and you'll wake up with a stimulated brain. So you want to have it as quiet and as silent as possible. You and your thoughts. No music. Please don't do music. Don't listen to music. Don't listen to music before bed. That's probably one of the worst things you can do right before bed, right? Shut off your mind. When you're going to bed, you don't need to be thinking about your business plan. You don't need to be thinking about what you're going to eat tomorrow. You don't need to be thinking about what you did wrong or right today. You don't need to be thinking about your dreams, your money, nothing like that. Shut off your brain and go to sleep, right? I would also suggest doing all of this up here before you even get in your bed, right? That way, this last step is extremely easy, okay? When you get to this step, you should be in your bed, literally about to fall asleep, right? See, now this is a good schedule, and this schedule that I've just created for you will definitely help, okay? And I'm not saying that you have to follow the schedule exactly or anything like that, but this is the ideal schedule, and I would fall somewhere in these categories and lines and around this structure, if that makes any sense. This isn't really like a schedule. This is kind of like a structure to help you build your own schedule, if that makes any sense, right? Things to avoid. Okay, if you're a student, these are definitely some things to avoid, okay? Vaping, drugs, hoe phases, being a hoe, right? Not caring, okay? You can't, people want things so bad, but not bad enough, if that makes any sense. Like, people who go to school, they want to make money, they want to do good, they want to have better grades, but they just don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all, right? And they still do things like vaping or drugs or be a hoe and stuff like that, and whatever. Nothing wrong with being a hoe. I'm not going to judge nobody. Whatever. The point is all of these things are distracting and bad for your brain. And the best thing that you can do for yourself to succeed as a student and an IPGA owner, a business owner, online business owner, is to be as focused and as clear-minded as possible, because your stress tolerance needs to be as high as possible, and you do not want to mess that up for anything, okay? None of these things on this list are even close to being worth it, for in exchange for what you can get from this right here, right? This is, again, the end goal, right? So next thing is caring about opinions. Oh goodness, you got to be really careful, because you're gonna tell people you're either gonna tell people that you're working on it, and that you're finna bring in some money, and that you're doing good. You're finna bring in some money. You got this new business. You're doing this, you're doing that, or somebody's gonna see your content somewhere. Somebody's gonna see what you're doing, or something like that. Stop caring. Who cares? I mean, have you ever heard the saying, a millionaire is not going to judge someone for trying to make money? A boxer's not going to try and make somebody or make fun of some. A boxer's not going to try and. Sorry. A boxer's not going to make fun of somebody trying to learn how to box. A millionaire's not going to learn or not going to make fun of someone trying to make money. And there's another one, but I can't remember what exactly it is. But it falls in line with basically the same thing. The successful people aren't going to make fun of you, so why do you care? Why do you care about what unsuccessful people think or care about? Like, their opinions are so incrementally unimportant. Okay, if you're a guy or a girl, please stop watching porn. Okay, it's bad for your testosterone. It's probably one of the worst things you could do for your brain. If you really want to know the defects and the side effects, look it up, figure it out, do your do your research, because it's actually really bad, and it's just so bad for you. And 90, I think it's 92 or 98% of people have a literal heroin level addiction to porn. So just at least work on it, okay? Right? Addictions, low confidence, giving up, low drive, no internal motivation. You got to be motivated. You got to be driven. You can't give up. You got to have high confidence. Don't have any addictions, at least work on them. Don't care about opinions. Don't be a hoe. Don't do drugs. Don't vape. Stuff like that. All right. Basically, pretty common stuff that you already know not to do, or you already know, what that it's a problem. Okay. If you know it's a problem, fix it. There's no reason that you should be knowing something is a problem and still be doing it, if that makes any sense, right? And nobody's perfect. Okay. I'm not telling you to be perfect. But fix the thing. Try your at least give an effort to fix the things you know are wrong. Okay. So this is how me personally, I am a passing student with a successful IPGA. Okay. So yeah. Also, I'm in high school, so I'm not like a college student that like has a bunch of time and stuff and gets to do whatever he wants because he's actually an adult. Like I'm a high school student with strict parents and I still figure it out. Okay. You guys got this. I'm not telling you guys to be perfect. I'm not telling you guys that things are impossible. I just want you guys to do your best and figure it out and do what works for you. I just want to help you guys, and because I don't want anybody who thinks I don't want anybody who wants to be a passing student to think that building an online business is impossible because they are a student. That's not how it works. You can do both, and if you really want this bad enough, you will figure it out. So I hope that helped. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.